my gosh! We just went metal!
Well, Gojira just made the Olympics the heaviest event in the universe. How did this even happen? You're gonna want to stick around and find out. I'm all by myself. What's going on, Forgemates? It's the Benfo here, and I gotta tell you, this is an exciting topic for me. For a couple of different reasons, really. One, I'm a big lover of history, and two, what other opportunity can we talk about metal being on the main stage, literally in front of millions of people?
But I thought what they did was a disgrace.
Gojira has done it. If you're not aware, if you've been living under a rock or a torch that's burning brightly, Gojira just played the opening ceremony of the 2024 Olympics. How did this even happen? How did this even come to be? Gojira was contacted by the Olympic Committee and the composer of this whole shebang, Mr. Victor Lamont. How can you say no when somebody asks you to represent your country, to represent metal as a whole? You just, on the world stage, man, yeah, of course, they said yes. I really can't think of a band that is both admired, respected, not only for their musical prowess, but for their statements, for their political statements, for their ideologies.
Terrible.
So let's talk a bit about the performance itself, the castle that they are playing on. It's not so much a castle as it is the world-renowned concierge, which was basically built in Roman times, an incredible piece of architecture. Just looking at it, I've never been to Paris, I've never been to France, but I can only imagine just how awe-inspiring and incredible it is just to walk around that place, right? And it used to be a courthouse. It was also a prison, and nowadays it's a museum and a historical monument to the people of France and their roots in Roman culture. And boy, oh boy, does Gojira just make use of this to the nth degree, man, to the nth degree. So you've got the concierge, right? And then you also have this thing with the decapitated woman holding her head. That is a reference to Marie Antoinette, who was actually imprisoned at this castle, and she was infamously decapitated by her husband, King Louis the... insert number here, King Louis. The opera singer who comes by on the little boat, that is Swiss opera singer Marina Viotti, and she is no stranger to metal. She has actually been in some heavy metal bands, a power metal band, no uncharted territory for her. And if you ask me, I've always found that this is one of the more accessible routes to metal, is when you blend classical in metal, right? Tons of bands are doing it symphonically. You have bands like Oculus. That, to me, is a really good avenue to open up a whole new generation of metalheads. And that was really what they were doing here. Now, the song itself is a French rebellious anthem, which metal is known for, harnessing rebellious anthems against political norms, against social norms. And this is just a really awesome song that was chosen by the Olympic Committee and the composer, Victor. In Gojira, it says here in this quote, "That was the team of young people and composers that decided the whole theme. We were in the dark when it came to the whole ceremony. We were just concentrating on that picture in that moment of Marie Antoinette as she held her head and was decapitated." They just threw this song at Gojira, and of course, they handled it with grace, with professionalism. The song itself is just so cool. It's just such an amazing anthem. It really speaks to the times, too. This was an anthem about the French Revolution. Supposedly, the lyrics came from a French veteran who was just singing on the streets. I don't know about that, but I'm not a historian, but it makes me excited to think that some bard, some, grizzled veteran just trying to make a few bucks to eat was just created this monumental song, these lyrics that would echo throughout time and history. Because if you ask me, revolutions, social revolutions, political revolutions, you don't want them to be violent, right? And that's why I think democracy is where it is today. The exchange of power should be peaceful. There shouldn't be shots fired. People shouldn't have to die for there to be a transition. These songs, these anthems, they live on the cyclic nature of our humanity, right? And Gojira just does an amazing job taking that, and for the 3.5 minutes that they were on the stage, everyone's eyes were on them. They knew it. Their whole team knew it, right? And we can't believe what just happened. This is the Gojira official. Extremely grateful. Our gratitude to the people that represented us. They have been part of the metal community since 1996, y'all. And it's just unbelievable to see this band, one of my favorites, getting out there and doing this. So what does this all mean? I think it really means that this is once again another avenue for a new generation of metalheads to hear something interesting, to have their ears perk up a bit and be like, oh shit, what is that? That sounds awesome, right? You know, one of the first things that got me into metal was the mixture of classical music and metal music. You know, getting some of those classical type of melodies and structures and things like that. I ate that up so fast and I could not get enough of it, and then, you know, just fell down the loop from there. So this is just an amazing opportunity for metal to be on the forefront just for a little bit. You know how fast the news cycle works, right? They'll be forgotten in a few months, but they're coming to the US, and I think that you should see them. I've seen them a couple times. They're amazing live. Just seeing this performance got me excited to think about seeing them live. Just an unbelievable band. Very, very well deserved. I can't think of too many other bands that deserve to be on the big stage, the world stage, representing metal and what that means. We've got a couple other videos too where we talk about Gojira. Why did they become what they are? How did they get here? Like I said, it's been a 30-year journey for them, which is just unbelievable. Go with the gods, Forgemates. The whales await. Hi, I got a new dog. Oh. This is my dog Wednesday. We went on a hike. We took her up to the mountains and she had a nice time. Yeah. Go with the gods, Forgemates. Wednesday awaits. You're very cute. You're very cute. All right.